Sachin, please start the recording and confirm.
Yeah, start.
Thank you. So, a very good morning to one and all present here. First of all, I request all the non-speakers to keep their mic on mute. Let the speakers complete the session, and then we have a separate question and answer round at last. I, Abhishek Sharma, on behalf of Chaudhary Charan Singh National Institute of Agriculture Marketing, Jaipur, welcomes you all to the Kisan webinar series on agriculture technology for marketing, organized by Chaudhary Charan Singh National Institute of Agriculture Marketing in partnership with Office of Principal Scientific Advisor, Government of India. So CCS, National Institute of Agriculture Marketing Jaipur, is an autonomous organization established under Ministry and Farmers Welfare Government of India to cater various agriculture related aspects such as training, research, education, consultancy in agriculture marketing. CCS Niyam is also recognized as globally as a center of excellence in Southeast Asia. Kisan Mitra Friends of Farmers is an initiative by Principal Scientific Advisor Office in partnership with Chaudhary Charan Singh National Institute of Agriculture Marketing Jaipur. The objective of the initiative is to bring technologies to farmers and reverse migrants who have moved rural due to COVID-19. Under this initiative, more than 1,000 technologies have been identified, which are supported by ICR institutions,
वो
NABARD,
उन्होंने वो
Ministry of
उसका
Rural
कुछ प्रॉब्लम
Development,
है, एरर
ISRO, and
रिपोर्ट
Gates
दिखा रहा है
Foundation.
वो, तो उन्होंने लिंक
On the supply
सेंड
side of the
करवाया है.
technology, there are innovators, entrepreneurs, researchers in academia, research
नहीं
institutions talking
मतलब
about their technologies, and webinar participants being on the demand side, who are typically agribusiness companies, government functionaries,
मैं
agribusiness
करूंगा ना सर अभी.
stakeholders who are keen in agri technologies.
हाँ
Sachin,
मैं
kindly
करूंगा
mute
उसको,
your
मैं अभी तो भेजने मैं
Sachin,
3
kindly
बजे के
mute
बाद ही
your
भेजूंगा ना उसको.
mic. Moving further, I would like to introduce our today's speaker, Mr. Ruchik Medekar, co-founder and chief executive officer, and Mr. Suvo Sirkar, founder and chief technical officer in SNRAS Systems, Sangli, Maharashtra. Mr. Ruchik is a serial entrepreneur. He has developed ceramic-based nano bubbling system and efficient bioreactor. He is an experienced engineer and operations head for managing fabrication, logistics, and finance. He also manages on-site farm deployments for the
अरे
company.
आशुतोष, तुम्हारे इसमें देखना इसका लाइव चल रहा है क्या?
Sajjan, kindly mute your mic. On the other side, Mr. Suvo is also a serial entrepreneur. He has invented Blue Box. In the past, he has developed live fish retail store and transport system. He is an experienced engineer with a wide range of experience in diversified industries of agri-tech, energy, aviation, automobile, telecom, consumer, and packaging, with deep knowledge of CAD designing, machine, IoT, AI, ML, big data analytics, e-commerce, AR, VR, image sensing, and biochemistry in
वो
in aquaculture. Now, I would like to invite Ruchik and Suvo to take a session on how nano recirculatory aquaculture system transforming fisheries productivity by 30x. Over to you, Ruchik and Suvo.
Thank you, Abhishek, for the warm and detailed introduction. So let me tell you, everyone. So, very good morning to everyone, and to as an opportunity to speak over here, where we are going to share that how we are going to transform the fisheries in India. So today Ruchi is not available because he is on outside for some compliance work. But with me, we have our project manager and in charge, Mr. Chetan Kashyap, and he is also owning our Bangalore. So welcome Chetan to be here with me. And also I'll screen and I'll ask Abhishek if it is visible to you.
Not visible. Yes, it is visible.
Sometime.
Yes.
It's visible.
Yes, it is visible. Yes. Just make it full screen.
Yeah. Okay. So we developed an AI and IoT-based cost-effective nano aquaculture system. So before we talk about our product more, that what is this nano aquaculture systems, etc., we will first go into details about our company and our vision and mission and the focus area and about our team. So our vision is to develop intensive fish farming to increase the fisheries productions. intensive fish farming technologies, unlike ponds, where at least 2-3 hectares or 2-3 lakh square feet area and 8 to 12 crore liters of water that is used. So our goal is to develop such amount of fishes in 50,000 to 1 lakh liters of water. So how we are developing, we are going to talk later. And there are some key technologies and key focus areas. This might be new to you people, but if you start exploring, you will be understanding. So one is using the recirculatory aquaculture system for fish fry to fingerling development, which means fingerling is the larger size seeds, which has which is having a better growth and has a less chance of mortality. So using this type of system, this can be done. There is also a type of system called biofloc, but currently the unfortunate thing about biofloc is the quality of seed that is required for biofloc is not at a higher size, which is a mandatory, because smaller size seed is not good for biofloc. So we are going to develop that, converting pond into biofloc, improving efficiency of existing biofloc systems, because currently a lot of biofloc systems either stopped because of the seeds and different mechanisms of maintaining carbon nitrogen ratio. So we are developing filters to reopen such biofloc sites and support biofloc. And also we wanted to improve the efficiency of the pond, aerators, paddle wheel, etc. Can be made more efficient, maybe up to 5 to 6 times. So we are working on that. So in short, we are working on all the points of aquaculture where the production can be increased. I have already used. One of our scientists, Mr. P. Chakraborty, Dr. Dilip Kumar, Dr. Shiv Kumar Magada, Dr. Prathapatim Vishwa. These are all our mentors, and also Vishwa. And as far as awards and certifications, we are DIPP certified. We have filed 2 patents, 1 trademark. We have also been supported by RKVI. We are supported and funded by Indian Foundation and India Jobs Agriculture Professions. We are also award winner of AquaCurate 2019 Hyderabad, and also a part of top 10 startups in ICR NERV out of 450. Apart from them, we are also top 50 startups out of 1000 by Manage Hyderabad, top 40 out of 600 by IIM Kashipur, top 40 out of 500 in IGKV Raipur, and winner of Techathon by Dassault System 2019. Also, with CCS NAM, we are also been selected by RKVI Raftar, but we are already pursuing in Manage, so that's why we couldn't progress with it. So I will move to the next slide. So now, we have already talked about the credentials of what we are. So let's start. Let's now focus on actually what is the problem, why we are here. And the problem is a very serious problem. This is the supply problem. So whenever we think of fisheries, we think that the fish is coming from the sea, from the fisherman. Or we can think of pond. 50%. Here in India, we are losing almost 2 lakh tons of fisheries, and this is not the case in India, but it's a global decline. And why this is happening? Because we do not put seeds back into the sea. We just pull it out and take it for our consumption. So the natural sea fishing will be extinct in decades and decades to come. Now, from where the fish will come from? Of course, from the aquaculture. Then that is the fish farming, and fish farming is done in ponds. But ponds takes huge amount of land and area, almost 1 lakh square feet, consuming crores of liters of water, 4-5 crore liters of water. And because the same water is not getting recirculated, there is a disease, and that's what's happening. And water resource is also decreasing. And the production quality is also very poor, which means only one fish or 1000 kg we are getting in 1 to 2 lakh square feet of land. And there is really no control on the health of the pond. And the water is also not treated or not circulated. So that is why the production of the pond is also low. And sea fish we are losing every year. So so then a serious time will come then when where the fishes production will be getting lower and lower and lower, and the demand and supply gap will increase. In 2015, launched Food Revolution, where he has invested almost uh, 18,000 crores to develop this inland fisheries aquaculture. And that time, India was producing at around 11 million tons of fishes. And he spent 15 million ton. Probably we could only reach 11.5, 11 to 11.5 because of the same reason. Because unless and until the technology interfere, multiplication of production doesn't happen, then that aim will be very difficult for us to achieve. So that's why we address this problem with this product called Blue Box. So with Blue Box, we don't need 1 to lakh square feet of area or crores of liter of water. We will need only 600 square feet area. And we will only need 30,000 liters of water to start. And we can produce 5.4 tons of fish. What 3 to 4 lakh square feet area, what 4 to 8 crore liters of water can produce. And this technology starts with 2 lakhs, a smaller model of that. We have shared a 5 model. Most profit of 4 lakh can be done per year, and recovery of the capex is in 1.25 years. And how does this technology work? This works on the principle of recirculatory aquaculture system, where the water is continuously recircled from the water tank of 30,000 liters. It is continuously treated, monitored, and the excreta of the fishes are removed, additional oxygen added, it is getting disinfected, and also the pH is also balanced, and it is also driven by mobile apps by which you can understand the health of the water. So this is intensifying the fishes. Whatever is the 30 to 65 times we are getting this in this type of system. I'll move on to the next slide. So our value proposition is very straightforward. We wanted to increase the fisheries production at least 30 times. And also we wanted to reduce the mortality by 4 times, because these types of systems are highly controlled, monitored, and closed loop. So that's why the mortality of the fishes reduce a lot. So in the pond, the mortality is at least 70%. But here, the mortality is around 10%. Process of the Blue Box. So this is completely on the principles of recirculatory aquaculture system, where the water is pulled from the culture tank. Here you can see there is a culture tank. This will be of 30,000 liters to start with. There are smaller and there are bigger systems also. There is a pump which will pull the water from the then it will be filtered. Particles are removed, and there are efficiency ways of filtration by which the ammonia is also removed and oxygenation is done. Then there is pH balancing done. Then there is ultraviolet filtration and ozonation, and water is going back into the tank, and it goes continuously. And this type of systems does exist in the Scandinavian countries like Norway, Netherlands side, and also systems are there in US. But they are highly capital intensive and they're bulky. But we were able to create such system, make in India, cut down the cost to 1/3 to 1/4 times, and also cut down the power consumption also 1/3 to 1/4 times. So coming to the economics of the fishes, primarily we can do any type of fishes whose seeds are available. Hatcheries, if the hatchery is available, we can of course farm any type of fishes. So there are the three types of fishes we have considered. One is the tilapia, and another is the pabda. Pabda is a high valued freshwater fish for eastern and northeastern India. and third is the Vanami prawns. So on an average, the investment is more or less the same. Around 5 lakhs is the total investment. And now the cycles is the cycle of production, is the amount of cycle of production we can do per year. So for tilapia, we are managed to do 3 cycles of production per year. For papda, it is 2 cycles possible. And for Vanami, 4 cycles are possible. So if we do tilapia, we will be able to produce 5.4 tons in 1 year. For papda, it is 2.7 tons. For Vanami, it's 2.25 tons. All the fishes has their own rates. Live tilapia here in Maharashtra, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu is getting sold at 200 rupees a kilo, but we have considered wholesale live price, so that 150 rupees. Papda is getting sold at 400 rupees in West Bengal, even in dead condition also. Vanami is also getting sold at 400 rupees at certain counts. So on an average, the investment recovery is around 1.5 years of the system. And now coming to the catalog, we have the system at a higher scale also. I was talking about 30,000 liters. It can go to at any scale that you want. All we have to install the system in the form of a battery. And we have starting 2 rupees a liter, where you can scale up the system by adding more tanks, provided the system can handle such capacity. This is one of the that we have done with our system. So I'm going to talk about this. This is our first Blue Box system that is launched. So Blue Box is our patented product, Essendra's Systems patented product. And you can see the system looks like this. You will have a blue box. This is the system machine. And and this is the very smallest system that was available with an investment of 2 lakh rupees. In just 5,000 liters of water, the farmer was able to produce more than a ton of fish per year in consuming just 150 square feet area. And what he was able to achieve, I'm going to talk about it. Initially, he was doing so from traditional thing, he was able to achieve 70 times more. This advanced Blue Box methodology. Then he was able to program the system. Then he was able to reduce the amount from 1 ppm to 0.05 ppm, able to increase from 3 ppm to 7.5 ppm, able to balance the pH, able to reduce the TDS. TDS value was almost 1000, it came to ppm. And the interesting thing is that these systems are so small and all the fishes are on the tank, so people can come by the farm side. So in short, the farm side becomes the selling point also. It becomes the live retail also. And for this reason, he gets a very extraordinary retail price of 220 rupees. Initially, the dead fish of this kind, tilapia, gets sold in 80 rupees in Maharashtra. So this is the advantage, where customer can see the fish, they can pick the fish, and netting the fish is very easy because it's just a 4 feet high tank. And the farmland can be converted into live fish retail. So otherwise, so far people haven't seen live fishes. They are either below the pond or in the sea. And for a pond-based farmer to sell the fishes live, because harvesting is not so easy. And whenever a farmer is harvesting from the pond, he has to harvest it at a whole, and the quantity is huge. And harvesters takes a commission, and he also has to fall in the face of the wholesaler, where he has to sell the whole stocks. But here, partial harvesting, daily harvesting is, weekly harvesting is possible. Live harvesting is possible. This increases the entire premium of the business. So this is the amazing groundbreaking business model that came with this type of system. And good thing about this, we are going to talk a little bit about the different forms of the same product and how they are creating some groundbreaking business model, because it is so compact and features are. So So now there is a similar type of technology which I was talking in the beginning, that is the biofloc technology. Uh, so I will just share. So I was talking India and a couple of Southeast Asian countries, but between technologies, a lot of people might be aware of bioflow and RAS. I'm going to talk a little bit about it. So in RAS, we are completely using physics to ensure the water quality. And for biofloc, we are using more or less it's of biology and nature. So in RAS, I have already shared that how we are removing the solids, we are adding the oxygen, putting it back to the tank. For biofloc, there is all natural ingredients we are using, and carbon nitrogen ratio is the most important ratio. Nitrogen is the amount of protein or the feed that is there in the water, and the carbon is the amount of carbon source from food and molasses that we put into the water. This creates the balance of the nitrogen cycle and ensures the growth of beneficial bacteria. And in biofloc, the bacteria eats away the excreta of the fishes, and fishes takes the bacteria as a food. So this is the overall at a very high level principle. But now we are going to talk about the practical differences also. So in biofloc and RAS, there. So RAS is completely RAS blue box that we are talking about is completely risk controlled, and biofloc has high risk. There are certain reasons. Having said that we also do biofloc. We also have some active sites running, but still, based on our experiences and the scenario in India, we are going to talk a little bit about the risk also. So first of all, if we consider both of the system at same capacity, then the manual intervention and errors in blue box or RAS is very low because it is completely automated. It can readings and it can run its internal machines. For biofloc, it is completely manual observation and manual control. It's just like a doctor which is taking care. Then the livestock risk. So the seed that we usually get in western side of India is the smaller seeds, because that are the transportable seeds from the eastern side of India. But these seeds, after strong antibiotic treatment and through stress in the journey through flight, they under strong stress and they hardly survives in biofloc. If it is currently not taken care with the proper medicines and proper health checks, then there could be 90% mortality. As far as the production is concerned, biofloc is around 10 kilo per metric cube. That is mostly achievable. Uh, so, so in 2 cycles, using 30 metric cube of system, around 600 kg is possible. So biofloc, the growth is little slow. In RAS, the growth is little faster because fish get a very stress-free environment and gets pure food, pure protein. So that is why the cost of feed is little bit high on RAS, and that's why the production is also high, because RAS grows at 60 kg per metric cube. Now the capital expenditure. Capital expenditure of RAS is 5 lakhs, which is almost 5 times than biofloc on the same capacity. Reason being, RAS has lots of machineries involved. And next, operation cycle. Since the production is low on the lower side of the biofloc, the operation cycle, operation cost is also low. RAS has a higher production, so proportionately the operation cost is also on the higher side. But if we come to the profit and income, so the profit of the RAS is will be 4 lakh rupees of the same capacity, and biofloc will be 0.55 lakhs around. And recovery of the RAS will be faster. It will be 1.2 years, and biofloc it will take 1.8 years. So the income is very high for capacity. Income is to capacity ratio is very high in RAS than biofloc. Now there are some operational differences that we have to take care. So whether we do RAS or whether we do biofloc, we have to take care of the operational differences. So so the seed cost becomes low in RAS because the mortality is very low in RAS. But in biofloc, the seed cost is going to go high because you have to purchase more seeds because there will be mortality. Then the manual labor cost is low in RAS because it's an automated system, but manual labor cost in biofloc will be high because it is completely under manual. Then there is no additional cost of probiotics, antibiotics, medicine cost for a perfect RAS, but biofloc it is mandatory. Water exchange is very low in RAS. I mean 2 to 3% per day, or sometimes 10% in a week, 8 to 10% in a week should be good. We have run some sites where we haven't exchanged water for months. Then the aeration cost in RAS is little medium cost for bio is very much dependent on aeration because aerobic bacteria are important. Filtration cost, electricity cost for blue box is medium, but for biofloc it is not applicable at all because it's a completely natural filter. The feed cost in RAS is high, but biofloc is medium because in RAS there is no extra bacteria, extra sufficient bacteria is available for the fish feed. But for biofloc, it is a natural production of planktons, flocks, and fish feeds. So the cost becomes medium, and the FCR in biofloc will be always lower than RAS. There are some interesting product I'm going to discuss. I was talking that how our system is creating some groundbreaking disruptive models. So one, I will start with combo filter. So this filter we have especially for the biofloc system to increase biofloc productivity by 4 times. It's a type of biofilter which will make the waste management in biofloc more effective. Then we have already talked about the blue box system for the nursery rearing and also for the grow. Then the same system can be mounted on truck, and live fish can be transported, live seeds can be transported. This is the Nilvahan. So this is an amazing business model where the same system on a very small scale can be mounted in the chassis of the truck and can be transported. Here, not only the farmer earns a good premium by selling live fish. I'll give an example. For an tilapia in Maharashtra, usually a retailer used to sell 300 kgs, average retailer per month, and he used to purchase the fish at the 100 rupees from the wholesaler, and he used to sell at 120 rupees, so earning 20 rupees profit per kg. And when that retailer ends up selling 300 kgs, the retailer used to earn 6,000 rupees from tilapia. But the same retailer, when is selling live the fishes, the profit per kg goes up to 80 rupees, and the sales goes from 300 kgs to 1 ton to 1.5 ton, like that. So 80,000 to 1 lakh rupees the retailer is earning, which is 16 times more business, more income. So this is the advantage of Vahan, and also some larger size seeds that is good for ponds. These can be transported by entrepreneurs, FPOs, SHGs by growing them in nursery, and this can be transported very easily through, because Nilvahan is the only way to transport the larger size seeds, because traditional transportation process will fail if we transport larger size seeds, because it will rupture the plastic bags filled with water. So this also opens up the market of, and fingerlings will give better results in ponds, 3 to 4 times more production in ponds than fish fries that is usually currently used. And then we have another product that is in progress. This is a blue boat. So maybe in 6 to 7 months time, we are going to talk more details about this product. Who already have our system, and almost 11 transactions we did last year, and our partners includes Manage, Basics, then Corporation Bank is also funded one of our projects. Fisheries Department of Maharashtra, Xflare Trade, who's our channel partner, and Indigram Labs Foundation. We are at a startup scale. We are also looking for funding. So around 50 lakhs we are looking. We already progressed on the funding from Raftar, but also we need some additional bridge funding to popularize our product, mount our product on the chassis of the wheels and take it to different villages and give them more and more demonstrations, do some, and also to run this thing, we need our team and also some ready inventory. If somebody wants to install, we can produce immediately. So this is also a sort of funding that we are looking for. And deployment that we have done so far across India. So I think we are at the end of presentation. So if there are any questions, I would like to ask. And with me, Chetan is also there. So if there are any questions, Chetan can also take.
Thank you, Suvo. Now I request all the participants to unmute and raise their questions one by one, or you can also write your questions in the chat box. I again request all the participants to raise their questions. Chetan, sorry, Suvo, one question from my side. Like, as you said that this technology will cost 2 lakhs to buy that blue box, and so how a farmer can invest in that 2 lakh of his funds in that in buying that technology. So how could you help in getting the finance of that also? Because might be if we are able to, if a farmer is able to get the finance also, if you have any link up with the banks and he is able to get the finance, so he can easily buy that blue box. So what is your per, perception in that?
Yeah, sure. We have already, in process discussions with multiple organizations about that. One of them is Samunnati, and this 2 lakh model is not the one we are promoting. We are asking for at least 5 lakh model, because from 5 lakh there is a handsome production, of around 5.4 tons, and that is where is the transformation. So 2 lakh is the one that we were doing last year, but if the farmer is getting the finance, then getting the finance of 5 lakh is also not that difficult. So we are discussing with Samunnati. Then we are also in very close discussion with DIC, because they are seeing this as a fisheries industry, not as a fish farming. and we got a sort of approval also from them. And Canada Bank, Bank of India, they're also interested to work with us. Currently, we are talking to Bank of Baroda also. And apart from that, there are a couple of other partners with which we are working, like CARD, that is Center of Advanced Development, for creating the DPR and facilitating them. And some other discussions are also in progress on the microfinancing side. But yes, this is the area which we are strongly working on, because that makes it really easy. And getting credit in this type of system is very easy, because the health of the system can be easily calculated even by the banker. What's going on can be calculated, and we are also developing an AI engine by which we are going to tell that what is the amount of stock that is there in the tank, and when the harvest is going to done, and what is the expected harvest. So this type of AI thing we are already working on, and in 6 to 8 months this will be launched, and farmer will get more access to such credits.
So, Suvo, how many farmers have you been have buy this kind of technology and got benefited?
So we have currently worked with 11 farmers. So we incorporated in 2019. We were a startup. So in 2016 we started the R&D. It took almost 3 years, three to 3.5 years, to complete the R&D and launch as an incorporation. So almost 11 farmers we have worked on, and we are also in process a demonstration with some at government campuses also, like the Center of Excellence, Maddur, Bangalore. Then we are having a discussion with SIFA and SIFI also for a demonstration, and this will be demonstrated very soon.
So these farmers are located in Maharashtra or any other region specific?
No, we are working in Maharashtra. We are working Bangalore. We also have an office. We are working in West Bengal. We have a system in West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, and Telangana. So we have worked, and Kerala also.
Okay. So, if like any one more question, like how if I want to start a business in Rajasthan or or a place where the water is very scarce, so and any specific what is your what do you think whether we can start anywhere in India?
Anywhere we can start. Even the water
No
quality,
specific environment is required
nothing,
for
nothing,
those.
nothing, nothing. The
Okay.
machine itself create that environment, and
Mhm.
even though the source water is also not that good, in terms of TDS or turbidity, the machine has the capability to pull it down to the optimum water quality. But unless and until that there is a very dangerous component in the water that is coming from the ground, then it will be difficult. Otherwise, the machine will do the job.
Okay. So, I mean to say, uh, my question is, so if any, if I want to invest in this business, so what will be my recurring cost? As you said, the non-recurring cost will be the 2 lakh investment on that blue box. Then what will be the what will be the recurring cost per month we have to spend?
So, as I have shared, like if so as I told you, the 2 lakh is the model we are not so much promoting. But if you talk about the 2 lakh model, so around we will be having a recurring cost of around 50,000, like that. So even so, it is mostly whatever you invest on the capital expenditure. So mostly 30%, 30 to 50% depends on the type of fishes you're doing is the recurring cost. And you don't need the complete recurring cost of the year. You just need the recurring cost of one cycle. The cycle time for the fishes are minimum 3 months, maximum 6 months.
Okay.
So first cycle recurring cost is what you have to arrange. Later on, you can roll the profit of the same cycle.
And as you said that you have already started with 11 farmers, so what is their recommendation? What they find, like what kind of monthly income they have increased by use of that particular machine?
So I'll give you an example of two farmers. Like one of them is in Sangli. Uh, he is able to sell the tilapia. He started initially was selling live tilapia at 150 rupees, and then it took him to 220 rupees also, and he was producing that tilapia per kg at 50 rupees. So you can imagine 70 rupees per kg he has earned. Another farmer in West Bengal, he started selling. There is a high valued fish in the West Bengal side that is known as pabda. So he started selling live fish at 475 rupees, and it took to 675 rupees. And he produced the fish in around 160 to 170 rupees. So you can imagine his profit was on an average 300 rupees a kilo. And now he's doing chittal. There is another fish he's doing in RAS. So that fish will grow up to 5 kilo. The cost of production of that fishes will be around for producing it 5 kilo will be around 1500 rupees. But when he will sell this chittal live, it is 2000 rupees a kilo. And the buyback guarantee has been given already by one of our partners. So he will earn 10,000 rupees per 5 kilo fish. And you can imagine the amount of profit that he's going to do around 7.5 thousand, by selling just one 5 kilo fish.
Like, is there any specific kind of fish or kind of ecosystem that that Blue Box is promoting, or any fish of that particular area can be easily produced in that particular Blue Box?
So we always suggest for a sustainable business, and for that it is very important to understand the local market, local fish demand, and based on that we suggest. But important thing is the availability of the seed. All type of seeds are not available throughout the year, so the business model has to be jotted in that way, planned in that way. Multiple fishes can be done on the same system. For one season one type of fish can be done whose seed is available. For the next season some other fish can be done available. We suggest for local consumption only, rather than state export import that has some other problem also. So and if somebody is a beginner, at least we ask that try to sell 50% of the fishes, try to learn to market the fishes locally.
Okay. And one more specific question from the finance side, that what is the kind of payback period you are expecting for a farmer to recover, as you are saying that you are promoting some higher boxes for, say, suppose for an amount of 5 lakh. So what is the payback period for a farmer? Uh, like how much time he can able to recover that 5 lakh?
So if everything is planned and executed perfectly on ideal conditions, it should be 1.5 years is the payback period, uh, and it can go up to 2.5 to 3 years also, because seed availability is a constant. Availability of quality seed also a constant. So, for an example, this payback depends a lot of things on the biology side also. So sometimes we give system and the farmer try to arrange the seed locally. Let's say for an tilapia, there are huge varieties of tilapia. Different breeds are there. There are breeds which are coming from Thailand. There are separate hatcheries. There are certified hatcheries also. There are size of the fishes also. We usually try to give our customers fingerling so that they grow really fast. But sometimes due to the cost, farmer tries to experiment, and then such operational inefficiency occurs. Then the recovery period extend, but on ideal condition it should be 1.5 years.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions from the participants? So how you are promoting this technology? Like how you are? What is your scalability model now?
So we have already some farms developed. So we are doing some offline demonstrations, and we have our system on wheels also, which we carry it to different villages, and we give typically tie up with local district government. So Maharashtra government is helping us a lot, and whenever there is a any public gathering for the fish farmers, etc., they gives us a chance to talk about it. And in the state also, if somebody goes for subsidy, they pass it to us, because they have seen and audited our system very closely, so they have complete confidence on our system. So that is how we are doing, and also they gives us sponsorship to appear on Aqua Expos also. And apart from that, we keep appearing on webinars also, talk about our system. So recently in Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampad Yojana through NFDB and Central Institute of Freshwater Aquaculture, we got a chance to talk over there, and we got a lot of inquiries. Apart from that, we have a couple of channel partners all over India who are very authentic and come from fisheries background only, who understands our system and gave support. So that's how we are, working. And
Is there any kind of fisheries department is giving kind of subsidy, like where a farmer can look and he can get some kind of subsidy on buying that kind of particular blue box?
yeah, so the minimum project value of 7 lakhs, that is why I was telling you about the 5 lakh rupees model. Cost comes to around 7 lakhs. So government is giving subsidy up to 40% for general and 60% for women. And higher system like 25 lakhs and 50 lakhs are also available. So government is still giving subsidy of 40 lakhs,
How that
40%.
subsidy will be, how's that subsidy will be transferred? That is that like the government will be directly paying to you, and the farmer has to spend just have to spend for 40% or 60%, whatever you is the whatever is the amount minus subsidy that the farmer has to pay, or he will get back the subsidy in the kind
So
of reimbursement.
it's a sort of reimbursement type, you can say. He has to demonstrate something and then he gets it back like that.
Okay, how much time it will take to get it back? Like, have you been those 11 farmers get kind of subsidy they have applied for?
No, actually, this subsidy stuff got popular this year mostly under technological infusion section under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampad Yojana, where government has invested more than 20,000 crores this year only. So last year it was not so popular. This year it is more popular, and last year farmers they were either able to manage through bank lending or through help of some support, external support. But subsidy is, we are yet to work on subsidy. But this year we have a lot of applications, which is we are handling that as going through subsidy. And once if somebody gets subsidized, we'll be able to tell better that what is the life cycle in terms of time.
Suva, can you share your email ID and mobile number in the chat box, where if anybody is interested, he might contact he may contact you directly.
Yeah, sure. I will share it right away. Chetan, you can also share yours.
I think any questions from participants? Please unmute your mic. So thank you, Suvadeep and Chetan. I think no question, no further questions from participant side. So, like I think your presentation has provided us deep insights about the aquaculture, and it's a very good technology. And many things. Thanks for sharing your invaluable experience in agriculture technology, sharing your technology with the farmers and with the participants. And I think participants will really benefited from your talk. So at last, I would like to thank everyone for sparing their valuable time with us. Our next webinar will be on Thursday, 8th of October 2020. Thank you very much.
Abhishek ji, can I get his details, contact number and mail ID?
Yeah,
slide kadakku. So yes,
I think he has already shared.
where it is in a chat box.
Yeah, I will just copy paste again.
Yeah, please.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, send. Thank
Where
you.
is this from, by the way? Where you are?
Yeah, we are located in Pune and Bangalore. We are
Pune.
located in Pune and Bangalore. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, if you have any specific question, you can go for it.
Not specific question. Basically, sometimes people come such kind of details. Like actually, how expensive these systems, how this is beneficial. I
If you
can connect
have any
people to
kind
them.
of website, Sivadeep, you can also share the link for that website as well, so that people can go
That
visit
would
your
be
website.
that would be better.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. SNRA systems. Okay, fine. Great. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Rosar. So thank you, Subhadeep. Thanks for sharing the details. So we will close this session now, and our next webinar will be on Thursday, 8th of October 2020. Thank you.
Sure, Abhishek. Thanks everyone for joining. Bye.